The Sim World Racing Network presents the All-American Racing League.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Talladega Superspeedway for race number 10 of the All-American Racing League's Cup Series 2024 season. My name is Nathan Christensen, the voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series, and you are watching the Sim World Racing Network. Race 10 is brought to you by Willow Creek Market Garden, and tonight we will go 300 miles from Talladega for the Willow Creek Market Garden 300. Glad you could join us here on the Sim World Racing Network and making time in your Wednesday night to join us. We appreciate that as we join you here now with practice. About 2 minutes to go here in practice before we head to qualifying for tonight's big event. We got so far 18 cars signed in tonight on the entry, and here you see some pack drafting going on down the back straightaway there, being led by the way, the two of Tyrone Yo on the inside and the 38 of Greg Barnett in the Speed Society 38 on the outside. Definitely that outside there had a good run as Larry Stubblefield there, Michael Kurds in the 41, and then the Oreo machine, the 27 of Cam Harris out there, the 75 Auto Serve 75 Ford of James Nelson. So like I said, just about 2 minutes to go in practice. We'll take a look here. Let's see what we have scheduled tonight. So the race will be 113 laps, 300 miles, the distance around the 2.66 mile Talladega Superspeedway. Stages will be at lap 36, 72, and then the checkers will drop, as I mentioned, at lap 113. Coming into tonight, race number 9 was last week at the Texas Motor Speedway. Saw Larry Stubblefield in his number 82 pick up his third victory of the year in that Night Owl So's 82. Dominating car for a good majority of that race. Pitted early in the second stage and wasn't able to make the time back up. So he did not have a good second stage finish, but outside of that, no complaints, I'm sure, from that driver last week. Finishing him behind him in second was the 42 car of Alan Bledsoe. He finished in second. Then 99 car of Brendan Mathia finished in third place last week, and then Kenneth Peck was fourth, and Curtis S. rounded out the top 5 last week. And he was in the last week he was in the McDonald's car. This week he is in the number 54 Monster Energy car. So with that said, we will take a quick look at the points here in 1 second. So as qualifying gets sets to go underway, we'll take a quick look here at the All-American Racing League Cup Series. Points are on your screen. Leader with his 3 wins on the year, Larry Stubblefield in his 82. Behind him is the number 99 of Brendan Mathia. Dave Hara has yet to crack victory lane, but his solid performance here in the first 9 races has him in 3rd spot. Alan Bledsoe, last week's runner-up in his 42, holds on to 4th. And then we have a tie for 5th with Dave Lorfano in his number 8 car with 324. And then it is Michael Kurds in his number 41. They are 93 points off of the lead. So qualifying is underway as the first few cars are on the track. So we should see some times slowly start to pop up on the screen. Obviously a long first lap for these guys, being that it is the 2.66 mile speedway. So we'll see if we can find some cars on track and take a look here. So Tyrone Yo out there completing as he comes out of turn number 2, headed down the back straightaway for his first lap. James Nelson also on track in his number 75 Auto Surf Ford. And we have Cameron Harris in the Oreo number 27 machine. Alan Bledsoe in the ADT 42. Travis Rodriguez driving that Toyota number 79 car tonight. Dave Hara in his Sim World Racing Network number 15. Michael Boone in the Boone Motorsports number 5 there as he goes through turns 3 and 4. Kelly Thomas in his Haviland Mustang. We have Michael Kurds in his number 41 Ford Butt Kicker Mosa sponsored car. And then Greg Barnett out there in the 38. Larry Stubblefield in his 82. Kyle Purcell in the 01. So we start to see some times show up on the top of your screen as guys start to complete their first and second qualifying laps. So Greg Barnett on top of the board after 2 laps. But he gets beat by Larry Purcell and Kyle Purcell, or Larry Stubblefield and Kyle Purcell. So those guys also have completed all their laps. Kelly Thomas working on his second lap now on track. See if he can get a better time under his belt as he goes into turn number 3. Just about 1:45 left to go in qualifying. A handful of cars have not yet taken time. Guys like Chad Snyder, Josh Hetrick's returning this week. First race back since Las Vegas a few weeks ago. Larry Garnes, David Lorfano, and making his All-American Racing League Series debut tonight, Tyler Nelson will be out there. I believe he goes by Half Nelson if you watch the QRFR races. $50 seconds to go, and no one else out on track at this point, so some guys will not be taking time and elect to start at the rear of the field. But so far, Alan Bledsoe leads the way there on the left-hand side of your screen with the 53.067 compared to Kyle Purcell. Sorry, it's 53.080. So, 14 seconds to go here. So we are all but done qualifying here from Talladega as we get set to rack and stack them for 113 laps in the Willow Creek Market Garden 300 from Talladega. You can see the cars start to file onto the front straightaway in the gridding positions as we get set to go for 113 laps. Should be just a moment and two before we are rolling off for the pace lap here from Talladega, as I mentioned. The Willow Creek Market Garden 300 from Talladega Superspeedway on the Sim World Racing Network. We see the current temperature 79 degrees Fahrenheit, humidity at 46%. Some clouds here in the sky tonight, and this afternoon, and a 10-mile-an-hour wind will be what these drivers will have to deal with today. As we sit patiently waiting for the pace laps to begin, about 10 seconds before we should get rolling here on the pace lap. And just as I say that, the starting grid rolls up onto the screen as the field starts to roll away. We will take a look there at the front row of Alan Bledsoe and Kyle Purcell. Outside of him will be Larry Stubblefield and Greg Barnett. Curtis S. in the 5th spot, and Cameron Harris will go from 6th. Michael Kurtz and David Hara roll off of row number 8. Riley Hoots and Tyrone Yo will be row number 5. Gregory Robinson and Michael Boone will make up row number 6. James Nelson and Travis Rodriguez will be in row 7. Kelly Thomas and Dave Lurfano will make up row number 8. Larry Garnes and Josh Hetrick will make up row number 9. And row number 10 tonight will be made up of Tyler Nelson in the Trax 85 and Chad Snyder in the Blues Race Design number 26. That is your starting lineup for tonight's 113-lap, 300-mile event here from Talladega. So back up front, the car on the pole will be the number 42 car. He will continue to show the way as they roll through turns 3 and 4. Take another quick look here at the points to show you how it breaks down. Again, Larry Stubblefield, Brendan Mathia, Dave Hara, Alan Bledsoe, Michael Kurtz, and Dave Lurfano are your top 5 coming into this one. Field 2x2, 10 rows deep, 20 cars will start this event. A few provisionals have been requested for tonight. They are by Kenneth Peck. He will not be able to make it tonight. Work has him tied up, so we will not see that 16 on the track, but he will get points for this evening. As we get set, we jump down to the Geico restart zone. It's a long way around as the cars roll into the Geico restart zone, and the green flag is out, and we are racing at Talladega. Jockeying for position, but it looks like we still got a good start underway here as they roll down the front straight. A couple guys on below the apron looking to fall to the back. They'll drop in line up the field as they don't want to get caught up too early in this mess, but it looks like the 38 Greg Barnett will lead the way here as they work back around turns 4 and down into the tri-oval. And a long way around, so I don't want to say it's completed quite yet, but it looks like Barnett will lead lap number 1 from Talladega. Cameron Harris gets his nose out in front of that inside row as they work down the back straightaway off of turn number 2. On board the back of the 27 Oriole machine as she gets help from Dave Hara pushing him on the outside, but it's the bottom line that seems to have the momentum with Greg Barnett down there on the inside. He's getting a big push from the Purcell 0-1. As they come back across the line, it's anyone's race back to lap number 2. This one will go to Cam Harris, as he will be the leader this time into turn 1 and 2, getting the help from the 15 of Dave Hara. Jump on board the QFRL roof cam on the Greg Barnett 38 as the Harris 27, the 15 of Dave Hara were able to clear him both and get tucked back down on the bottom. Now those are the 2 cars on the low side on the inside. Let's take a look back. Now it's the outside row moving again. This time being led by the 91 Dr. Pepper Cherry Machine of Riley Hoots, the 2 of Tyrone Yo, and the 79 Toyota of Rodriguez. Side to side, side by side with the first 3 rows, two wide, 3 deep as they work their way through turn 1 and 2. Now Cameron Harris goes up to make a block, gets a bump from the 91 off of the corner, says, hey, I don't like when you block. Still pretty early, not able to get it done. Harris back to the bottom. He's going to see if he can get a help from 15, but that opens up the top line and puts through 3 cars in front of him. See if I will cut down in front of him. The first 2 do is Tyrone Yo and Riley Hoots drop to the bottom and leave the 79 to be the first car on the top row. Now moves Cam and Dave Hara out of the top spot. But the 27 makes a jump back to the outside. Tries to get in between the 79 and the 91. Gets it done. That leaves the front open to Tyrone Yo, the car on the inside row, the number 2. But so far continues to be Riley Hoots and Cam Harris out front. Picking their lanes and driving the best way they know how to. Looking out that rear view mirror, keeping everyone behind them is the best way to stay out of trouble. They work down the back straightaway. Now Dave Hara goes from the outside in front of Travis Rodriguez on the top side. You have an AARL top row forming with Hara, Rodriguez, Orfano, but up front it's Hoots, Harris, Tyrone Yo, and now Barnett back into 4th. He's getting help from the 01. As I say that, the 38 moves to the outside to get back up in front of Dave Hara. See if the outside line can regain some momentum. And on board the 91 Dr. Pepper Cherry Machine of Riley Hoots. He leads the way through turns 1 and 2. Definitely the bottom line fastest right now, as you can see here. They head down the back straightaway still. Single file on the bottom. Nothing coming on the top from what we can see here. Back. A little back on that outside. Starting to get some momentum. The 38 Barnett still leading that line with the 15, 79, 8, and 26. Work our way back through the tri-oval. Complete lap number 6. Complete, working on lap number 7. On the outside has got the momentum back up, and they're back in a spot where they want to be. Almost door to door on the front row. They got that 38 car up to parallel with the 2nd place car so far. So we'll keep an eye on the lap counter, and remember, stage 1 ends up with completion on lap number 36. So we will see who the leader is at that point when we get there. We're still a little bit away, as we've only completed 7 laps this time across the line, and they are 3 wide for the lead. And everyone seems to leave Riley Hoots out to dry as he gets gobbled up in the middle. But Bledsoe there to save the day as his quasi-teammate in the 42 will grab on that back bumper, that 91, see if he can give him a push. But now they are wrecking and turn number 2. Not a good push.
Caution here.
Caution is out. Caution, caution, caution. That's not how Riley Hoots wanted to be in his car right now. As you see him sliding down the racetrack. Gets a bump from the 42. who puts him back on the wheels. Both of those cars will have to come around and come down pit road. So let's see if we can get another look at what caused our caution here. There's a few of it, so two cars just pushing really hard. Just got a little low on the push. That sent the 91 down into the 54, back up across in front of the 26. Everyone else managed to avoid him behind there, but not what we wanted to see early in this one. Just push a little off center, and that sent the 91 a little out of control. Collects the 26, the 20, the 42. So 4 cars involved here early in this one. But up front at the time of the caution, the leader was the Speed Society number 38 of Greg Barnett. So he will be the control car when we go back to green and see. Well, we'll see if anyone makes any pit stops. So we'll take one more look at the replay here. Again, just a bad push led to the 91 getting really loose and stacking up and getting on his side. These guys are just trying to catch up to the back of the field to make their way down pit road to I'm assuming they will have to use their fast repair. At this point, neither of them have front bumpers left. So, as everyone has come down pit road that we can see, there's the field on pit road. Cars taking on, I would assume taking on just fuel only. Race off of pit road will be won by the 01 car of Kyle Purcell, followed by Dave Hara in his 15, Tyrone Yo, and then Greg Barnett and Travis Rodriguez will come off of pit road in 5th from what it looks like. As the field gets caught back up, you are watching the Willow Creek Market Garden 300 from Talladega Superspeedway on the Sim World Racing Network, as the field will catch back up to the pace car, this time by probably going to get the white flag, and we will come back to green in about a lap and a bit. As there you see the running order on the left-hand side. All cars remain on the lead laps. The involved cars of Hoots, Bledsoe, Garnes, and Chad Snyder. Snyder holding on to his 6th spot now, or 9th. He's up in 9th, but the other 3 there at the back of the field. Up front, Kyle Purcell will be the leader. When we come back to green, he will be the control car here. Next time around, when we get the green flag this time, we should see the white, though. Caution number 1 on the afternoon here from Talladega, 9 laps into the event. Just to kind of give you a look here, the 2 previous Super Speedway races this year from Daytona, the 500-mile event had 10 cautions, and Atlanta had 9 cautions. So it looks like the fuel game is going to be pretty tight, as a bunch of cars jumped back down pit road to top off that last tank of fuel. So it looks like everyone except Tyrone, Michael Kurtz, Josh Hetricks, Cam Harris, Kelly Thomas, and Michael Boone came back down pit road. So that'll shake up the restart order, but the field is 2 by 2 as they head through turns 1 and 2, which means next time by we're going to look for a green flag from the starter. The rest of the field makes their way off of pit road and will join the back of the field. As you can see them there, kind of tiny at the top of your screen. They will get doubled up, and we will look for a restart here, this time off of turn number 4. This back half of the field rolls down the back straightaway. All those guys pitted the second time around, so it's going to be a very long inside lane. 3 cars in the outside lane, 17 cars in the inside lane on this restart, just because of the way it worked out. But control car will be the number 2 of Tyrone Yo. Outside of him will be the 41 of Michael Kurtz, Josh Hetrick in his 25, and the 27 of Cam Harris. Inside row number 3 will be the 28, Kelly Thomas. Outside him will be Michael Boone and the Boone Motorsports number 5. And then everyone behind him, all on the inside row, Hara, Barnett, Snyder, Lafon, all them will start single file on the inside row. As the pace truck drops to the safety of the infield, as we get set to go, as the field rolls around through the tri-oval, still under pace car speed, they roll into the Geico restart zone. And green is back out from Talladega. Jump on board the roof cam of the number 41 car, looking back at Cam Harris and his number 27, pushing him along. Boone Motorsports 5 on the inside there. There's the back tail end of the 25. Hetrick's Capital Sign Co. Ram Collision or Lawn Care number 25. Leading that inside row, though, is Tyrone Yo in his number 2 machine as he works his way through down from Troy back into turn number 1. 2 cars on the outside have a little bit of an advantage, but that bottom line with more cars in it should make up some steam and get right back door to door as they come off of turn number 2. On that bottom lane as the draft breaks up and Tyrone loses all his help as they all jump up to the top, and that lane forms up, and now they will need to move around Tyrone as they go through turns 3 and 4. Chad Snyder in the 26, the 8 of Dave Lafana looking to make their way around the 2, not quite getting it done yet. This time into turn number 1, see if they can use the pairing and the push to get by him, but Tyrone Yo on the bottom, shortest way around, is always going to be the quickest, and they are not able to get it done quite yet. They work down the back straightaway though, as it's still Chad Snyder and Dave Lafana nose to tail on the outside, still trying to make that move on the 2, as everyone else is on the inside, as they get some help though there with the 54 of Curtis S. joining that outside row to see if they can get some help. As I say that, he jumps to the bottom and make the block on Greg Barnett, as those 2 now drop to the bottom and fall in line. Looks like we have a single file racing through the first 15 or so cars. The first 2 cars on the outside are the Stubblefield 82 and the AutoServe 75, as they look to just drop into the back, staying out of danger's way. But Travis isn't giving up, because now he's the only car on the outside, but he will drop back in front of Larry Garnes as they work off of turn number 2. There you see them, the whole field, single file, nose to tail, down the back straightaway, working lap number 15. Up front, though, it's the 41 of Michael Kurtz. Continues to lead the way over the 27 of Harris, the 25 of Hetrick, the 5 of Boone, Hara in the 15, and the 2 of Tyrone Yo. definitely one car we've noticed, if you've noticed, has not been part of this race. Brendan Mathia in the 99 unable to join us here tonight at the track. So he will have to potentially use a provisional. And then, like I mentioned earlier, the 16 at Ken Pack, he is also not available. Prior commits, aka Work, has got him out of the cockpit tonight, so he will be taking a provisional also. Tommy Osborne not with us either tonight. But we have a strong 20-car field still to entertain you here from the 2.66 mile Talladega Superspeedway. Pretty much single file nose to tail through the whole pack, as there you can see them. The whole field works off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway, bobbing and weaving, just keeping the cars pointed in the right direction after that early race incident between the 42 and the 91. Everyone else was thinking, oh, maybe that was a little too aggressive a little early. We will kind of take a step back here and put some laps under our belt. 113 laps the distance tonight from Talladega, so still lots of time to go. Just under 100 laps before we get to the end of this one. 300 miles the distance. I look a little further back at the front of that second group is the 26 of Snyder and the 8 of Fano, the 54 Kurds, 38 Speed Society Ford of Greg the Camaro of Greg Barnett, and the 28 Ford, the Havel Machine of Kelly Thomas. Like we got a car to the outside. Michael Kurz led some laps early. Now looks like he's dropping back. He will fall in behind Tyrone Yo in the 6th position. That'll open up the leader spot to the number 27 of Cam Harris in his Oreo Camaro. Works his way down the back straight away. There we can take a look at him as they work into turn number 3 on the on-low through the eyes of the lawn care Cam. Out of turn number 4, he's lead Josh Hetrick's there. 1, 2, 3 with Michael Boone in the Boone Motorsports 5, running behind him in 3rd spot right there. It appears as the second group has been able to close the door, as now we have all 20 cars back together as they work through turns number 1 and 2. Take a look at Chad in the cockpit. Yeah, let's take a look here as Chad's in his cockpit, working the steering wheel through turns 3 and 4, just trying to hold a straight wheel and keep it out of trouble for another 80 laps or so. See if he can find himself a big win here in round number 10 of the season. Up front though, it's Cam Harris and his number 27 Oreo Machine leading the way so far. We'll take a look back off of his roof cam there, as there you can see the field strung out nose to tail all the way through turns 1 and 2. Off to turn 2, down the back straightaway, we'll see them continue to go single file. Make their way down into turn number 3. Continues to be Cam Harris. Over Hetrick, there you go. Got a little loose off the corner, or he got a little bit of help, but it shot up to the second lane. That opens the door for the 25 around the bottom as he looks to lead here, as Hetrick crosses the line first that time, as he will lead lap number 21. See if Harris can either hold on up by himself on the outside, which I don't think is very likely, or if someone will be nice enough to let him down into the bottom line. If not, the only other option is to go to the back, because no one, that outside line is not going to get it done, I don't think. But up front now, the leader, Josh Hetrick, in his number 25 Capital Sign Company or lawn care machine. That Toyota out of the Assault Motorsports stable continues to lead the way. Field continues to ride single file. Cam Harris was able to find himself a hole. He's dropped back to 7th spot, but not the end of the road. He'll be able to get back down in that bottom groove and keep the momentum without getting passed by too many more cars. So he is out there riding around now in 7th. Look back off the side of the roof for the Cam Harris 27 at all of the cars behind him. A little bit of bobbing and weaving just with all the air moving out there on the Superspeedway package. It makes it hard to kind of keep it in a straight line, but now we have the 28 jumping to the outside. See if he can make any headway. He's got no help quite yet. So if anyone will either pull up in front of him or behind him. But it looks like it's just going to be him so far up there on the top line. Got a good burst of energy off of the original pull out, but now he's going to try to see if he can slot back in. So he was able to pass 3 cars there in a race where there hasn't been much passing single file. That's a pretty impressive move there by Kelly Thomas on lap number 24 to get 3 spots. Went from 10th up to 7th around the 54, the 8, and the 27. See if anyone keeps that maybe in their back pocket for a little later. Pretty good move there out front. As Josh Hetrick, though, up front in his number 25, continues to lead the way. Opened up a bit of a gap, 3/4 of a second approximately. The gap now from him to Michael Bloom. Not exactly sure how that happened. I don't know. Maybe a little fuel saving going on because we're seeing some jockeying for position here as Curtis S. makes a move to the outside as he is passing a whole bunch of cars. So it makes me wonder if these guys are 3/4 throttle, half throttle, trying to save enough fuel to make it to the end of lap number 37. But with ease, the 54 gets to the front of that row. Now we'll see Michael Boone, who got forced off the track, is able to get back up there. He is able to get back up onto the racing surface, but that has definitely jumbled up the middle back part of the pack. Now we got the 42, 91, and the 79 looking to make some moves on the outside as they work out of turn number 4. 3 cars pushing hard on the outside to see if they can get back up to the front. But Josh Hetrick continues to lead the way here. Over by not something you see too often here. He leads by a second over the field, and I think, like I said, it's just a matter of some guys fuel saving, other guys not fuel saving. But so far, it's been kind of interesting. But as you can see, those cars getting closer and closer behind them as they get bigger and bigger as they come back towards them. We'll go to this cam, and now you're going to have a big move on the outside as that entire 3-pack of the 28 now has been picked up by the 42, 91, 79 group as they fly by and drop down to the bottom, and they'll now take over the top 3 spots on the scoring pylon. I'm sure sure that worked out well for them, coming from deep in the pack up now into the top 2 running spots. So the 2 cars, normally we see 3 cars pretty much dominate the front of these super speedway races so far this year. The 2 races earlier this year at Atlanta and Daytona were dominated by the 3 cars of Mathia, Hoots, and Bledsoe. So they look to continue to flex their muscle, minus Mathia tonight, unfortunately not able to join us. But Hoots giving a big push to the 42 into turn number 3. On the outside, though, 2 long-time AARL teammates and friends, Struggles Rodriguez, all up in the back bumper, that number 25, as they work off of turn 4. That's going to push those 2 cars back to the top of the scoring pylon as they drop down in front of the 42 of Bledsoe and take over the 1st and 2nd spots. Right on board the nose cam of the number 79. Juggles machine after successfully pushing that 25 Toyota Camry up to the front slot. There's a better view from the QFRL roof cam looking up at the 25. Now we'll take a look behind them, see how far they've got. Not too much room between them, as the 42 and 91 still right there. There's a good look at the field strung out, still single file. Everyone's settled back down to home, and we're going to run some more laps here on lap number 29 of 113. Looks like one car is heading down pit road. Cam Harris in his number 27 and will make a fuel stop here on lap number 30. But back up front it continues to be Josh Hetrix, Travis Rodriguez, Alan Bledsoe, Riley Hoots, Kelly Thomas, and the 54 Monster Energy machine of Curtis S. Pit stop complete for that number 27 car, and he will rejoin the field. Obviously a significant amount of distance down. He shouldn't lose a lap in pit road, but if these cars stay out too much longer, they will definitely catch up to him being all alone, and these guys running in small packs. But again, you can see that first pack of Hetrix and Rodriguez able to kind of break away a little bit from those guys behind them. So not exactly sure what the mindset is. I don't think Travis did for sure, but Josh didn't come down that second time to top up. It's only a lap, but he will have less fuel than that 79 car, and they are really pushing it. So I'm assuming that they're going to go with the we need to pit, and we're still going to pit strategy here as they work through turns number 3 and 4. Take a look a little further back here at the Bledsoe machine. So some big time fuel savings going on, as these guys have already opened a 3-second lead over the 2 cars behind those front 2 cars, and there's the gap back to 3rd. So lots of fuel saving going on. 2 more cars hit pit road. Michael Kurds in the 41 and Greg Robinson in his number 3 car, both onto pit road, staying under pit speed limit, making a pit stop. I'm assuming it's going to be fuel only for those 2. But back up front, it's the 25 and the 79 leading the way down into turn number 3. Now open to 5 seconds in front of these guys. So it's probably going to be very close on fuel for these guys back here, as they've slowed down way down. They are only going about doing about 175 miles an hour running in this big pack, where the leaders up front are holding at 188 miles an hour. Another car down pit road looks like a Caboon will make a pit stop on pit road. Back up front, Hetrix and Rodriguez look like they're going to have a bit of lap traffic. There's a 3. No problem for they as they roll around the top side and drop down in front of him on the entry of turn 3, and will continue to lead here at lap number 33. And just like that, they are headed down pit road, and the leader and the second place car will come in and try to make a pit stop for fuel. Both able to slow down successfully, make it on to pit road, as we have a whole other handful of cars pitting behind them. It looks like Bledsoe on pit road, Hoots on pit road, Kelly Thomas is on pit road. So lots of cars drumming down pit road. There you can see the next 3 cars. But that leaves Stubblefield, Nelson, Curtis S., and Greg Barnett, and Chad Snyder now running in the top 5 positions. Lots of different strategies trying to make it to the end of the first stage. These guys still running a little bit faster than the second group, being led by Chad Snyder. There you can see on the bottom left, sorry, the bottom right hand corner. Oh, no, you can't because it's being blocked. Hold on. Now you can see on the bottom right hand corner the speed that these guys are going. That is locked in on the 26 of Chad Snyder as he gets a big push from the 15 of Dave Hare to go around those other cars there of Nelson and Stubblefield, as they will now jump up into the lead. That's the 26 and the 15 now, first and second, as we are working lap number 34, working our way to the end of the stage number 1. That will happen at the completion of lap number 36. So I'm thinking pit road will be closing here momentarily, 2 laps before the end of the stage. So yes, pit lane is closed as they work their way through turns. The tri-oval. Let's see who's got the fuel to make it to the end of this stage as we start lap number 36. So as we work our way through turns 3 and 4, Snyder jumped to the top now. That'll let Hara guard through. Is Chad out of fuel? Looks like Chad has run out of fuel.
Keep it up, caution is out. Not gonna be quick here, bud.
So was not able to make it back around as he looks to be out of fuel there as he coasts across the line. He will get some stage points because he crossed the line in 8th, but he is out of fuel. Looks like he's getting a helping hand from the 25 of Hetrix. Not 100% sure if pit road was open for those guys that time around, because the pace car was behind them. I'm assuming they all came down to pit road because it was a matter of running out of fuel. So we're gonna see how this all shakes out. I'm not exactly sure what the restart lineup is going to look like, but it's gonna be interesting once it all sorts itself out. As some guys may lose some time on pit road. So we're going to step away for a brief second here while pit stops finish up and this all gets sorted out. We'll be back right after this in 1 second. Welcome back to Talladega Talladega Superspeedway. You're watching the SimWorld Racing Network, and tonight you are tuned in to the Willow Creek Market Garden 300 here, race number 10 of the All-American Racing League 2024 Cup Series. It looks like the field is starting to double back up, and lights are out on the caution truck, so we should be getting a restart next time by. And if 3 cars on the outside row was a crazy restart last time with 17 on the inside, this time it looks like it's going to be 18 cars on the inside row, 2 cars on the outside row. So a lot of cars pitting. At times they were not scheduled to pit, looks like, and we are going to get set to go here. Everyone's still back on track. So it looks like Chad Snyder and Dave Lafano in that sequence lost 1 lap. They are at lap 38 completed. And Tyler Nelson in his All-American Racing League Series debut. He is running in 20th. Unfortunately, 2 laps down at this point. So the field rolls off of turn number 3 and 4. Pace car will head to the infield. That'll put the field in control of the hands of the driver of the 25 machine. That is Josh Hetrick in the Orlon Care sponsored car. We will take a look here as the cars roll through the tri-oval into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out, and we are racing again at Talladega. Back up front's the 27 to 24, side by side into turn number 1. With the Boone Motorsports number 5 right on the back bumper of the 25. Able to use the push from Boone and the inside row to drive away from the 27 as he falls back on the outside there. You can see him still struggling, trying to push and preserve that outside line, but no one up there to help him. But right now it's the 25 out front being pushed by the 5, the 3, the 41, and the 15 right now here as we complete lap 41. Car, Michael Boone make an outside move on the leader, Josh Hetrick, down into turn number 3. This might get a little help here from the 15, Dave Hare. But just as I say that, Boone drops back down at the bottom, leaving Hare high and dry out to lunch on the top row. He now dives back down, and he leaves the 8 on the outside all alone. Looks like the 20 of Larry Garnes had to make an unscheduled pit stop that time around. Not sure what the problem was for Larry, but he is down pit road. Pit stop complete, and he is back underway. 4 laps to go. Looks like we got a second row developing with the 5 of Boone, the 15 of Hare, and the 26 of Snyder. Looking at outside line as they come back through the tri-oval and down to the start-finish line. Big push on the outside, pushes the 15 and the 5 clear of that 25 and the bottom line. Then they'll drop down, bringing the 26 with him. Chad Snyder, the 1 lap down here as we work lap number 45, a 113 from Talladega. So lots of good single file nose to tail racing here. Two different packs have developed here. The first pack being led by Michael Boone, and the second pack being led by Travis Rodriguez. As another car is on pit lane, that is Cam Harris drops down pit lane. And you can see the second of the 2 groups entering turn number 1 and 2. About 2 seconds off the back of the tail end of the first group. Up front though, Michael Boone continues to lead the way. Boone Motorsports number 5 Chevrolet Camaro. Leading the way over the 15, Dave Hara, in that Sim World Racing Network number 15 machine. And then behind him on track is the 26 of Chad Snyder, who looks to make a move to the outside of the front two, try to get back the hard way. He's trying to get it the old-fashioned way, drive around the leader. He's got some help there with the 25, the 01 of Purcell, but he's definitely making some headway here. He's able to clear Boone in the 26 car, 25 cleared him as they move down in front of the 5 machine. But now the 15 jumps out of line from behind the 5 to join the tail of the 01 to see if now they can make positional advantage move on these guys also. So with that move, Chad Snyder gets himself back on the lead lap by about a car length. This time out at turn 4, down through the tri-oval and across the start-finish line. So Chad's really hoping for some kind of caution to come out to allow him to get back around to the end of the field. We got some bump draft and side drafting going on there. 3 wide right now. That's not going to work out well, I don't think. As Kyle Purcell gets hung on the outside. Man, that got close between the 15 and the 25, didn't it? Still 3 wide down the back straightaway. 25 being pushed by the 15, the 91, the 54, and the 42. As I say that, with all this going on, looks like the second group of cars has closed the gap, being led by the 75 auto serve machine of James Nelson, and then the 82 Stubblefield Kelly Thomas in the 28 who's getting to reel in the lead pack as we have side-by-side racing up front. Josh Hetrick's now back to the lead, getting help from the 15 of Dave Hara. He gets the job done, drops back down in front of Chad Snyder, and they work their way into turn number 1 now with Josh Hetrick's opening the door a little bit, allowing the 15 now to drop down to the bottom. That leaves Riley Hoots, Curtis S., and Alan Bledsoe in his 42 around the top side. Works their way off of turn number 4 down into the tri-oval. Looks like the 91-54 have some momentum on the top side. Are they going to be able to shut the door on the 25? Not quite yet. 91's clear, but 54-42 are not at this point as they work their way into turn number 1. Now they got a good push going, and it looks like the top 3 cars will clear the 25. Will they drop down to the bottom to use the shorter way around? Not quite yet. Now all 4 have cleared, as the 28 also gets himself by the 25 machine. Now the 79 and the 25 race door to door down the back straightaway. Still 2 distinct groups of lines developing, but the lead group has now dropped to the bottom once all 4 of them cleared the 25 as they work their way through turns number 3 and 4. Out of line, he's going to bring the 26 with him, see if they can get around the outside of the 25 and pull even with the back of the 28. Not able to get to the 28 quite yet, but they definitely got around the 25. They work down the back straightaway, continuing to get pushed. A big hard push from the 26 to the back door. The back bumper, the 15, gives them a good run into turn number 3. Side, 4 rows deep, 5 rows deep. Now the 15, he's going to edge ahead here through the quarter. He'll try oval, see if he will lead this lap, and it looks like the 15 will. That has lap number 51 as the 15 car leads that lap. Now the 26 and the 15 edging on down to the bottom. Cut the runoff that the Riley Hoots 91 was going to have on the exit of the corner down the back straightaway. Now it leads the 01 up top. Kyle Purcell leading the outside row, being pushed by the Toyota Chevy Rodriguez and the 25 Toyota of Josh Hetrick's. Down into turn 3 and 4, still side by side, about 3, 4, 5 rows in from the leader. It's done across the line, 61 laps to go. 52 laps completes that time, 61 to go. Curtis S., Travis Rodriguez is your top 5. Now the outside row, dropping back a little, losing a little momentum there, but still Purcell, Rodriguez, Hetrick, and Tyrone Yo up there with them on the outside. 79 gets a little out of shape there on corner X. That's going to put him 3 wide on the outside of the 54 and 25. He's able to slot back in front of Tyrone Yo behind the 25 of Hetrick, so that gets sorted out. So we continue to be single file for 3 cars, and we'll double up 3 rows back right there as the 54 surges ahead a little bit. Now he's and the 42 clear the outside row. Outside row definitely breaking up. Only 3 cars up there, and they're not racing any kind of pushing formation as the 01 drops down to the inside, cuts off the lead number 5. As up front, the 26 hard shove to the back of the 15 down into turn number 3. As we work our way through turns 3 and 4. It's Dave Hara leading the way over the lap car of Chad Snyder, Riley Hoots, the 54 of Curtis S., and the 42 of Alan Bledsoe. Hara 15 there, looking back at the number 26 machine. They work their way through the trial down into turn number 1. Further back on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see some outside norm. Some guys on the outside line trying to form their way up to make a push here towards the front. Like that line starts with the number 8 of Dave Lurfano, pushed by the Auto Serve 75, and the Night Owl So's 82. And looks like the Toyota 79 of Travis Rodriguez trying to join them in that outside row, make a push here to the front in the middle stages of part of stage number 2 as we complete lap 54, 54 down, 58 to go, getting close to the halfway point. Stage 2 will see the checkered, green-white checker fall on lap number 7 at the completion of lap number 72. As these guys make their way around the outside, a big push leads that whole group of 4 to the outside. They're able to drop down in front of the 15, not so quite yet as the 82 got held off, was not fully clear, but 75 friends of the friends pull back up in front, and 2 by 2. 2 rows deep here after for 3rd and 4th. Couple of lap cars up here mixing it up though. The 8 David Lofano up front, he is 1 lap down. The 26 Chad Snyder 1 lap down. As they work their way through the trioval, keep an eye on these cars. As they shifting all over the place because of this high-speed draft. Looks like we have some pit stops. Kyle Purcell, Greg Barnett, Josh Hetrick, all into pit road. Tyler Nelson is on pit road. Making what should be, I think, their 1 stop of the 2nd stage as they work their way down the back straightaway. So first stage was 36 seconds. The same amount of laps will cover, just the 2nd stage will be shorter because it didn't start till about lap 40. So that should make the pit strategy a little easier. We see some more cars dropping out of line, making pit stops. Looks like the 42 of Bledsoe, the 91 of Riley Hoots, the 28 of Kelly Thomas, the 54 of Curtis S., and the 2 of Tyrone Yo Jr., all onto pit road. Back up front, James Nelson is able to clear the lead car and drop down to the bottom. That leaves him on the bottom and Larry Stubblefield in the 82 Night Owl Soul machine up top. Excuse me. As I say that, 2 cars drop from 3 cars drop from the top row down to the second row. It's the 82 of Stubblefield, the 79 of Rodriguez, but he goes back up to the top. Boone in the Boone Motorsports 5 right there in second now, or second and third, battling for that spot. As no pit stops yet for this lead pack. The second group is back on track and underway. So there's Stubblefield leads the way here on lap number 58 over Michael Boone. James Nelson, the lap car, Dave Lofano, Dave Hare in the 15, and Travis Rodriguez in the 79 out there on the outside. A little scramble definitely up front as we have only 7 cars on the lead lap at this point just because of timing of pit stops. No pit stops yet for this group as they continue to make their way around through the tri-oval. Pit stops this time out of turn number 4 for these guys as they come down pit road. The whole, pretty much the entire lead group, everyone but Rodriguez and Hara come down pit road as this will be now the small lead pack that is left yet to pit. Here, the 79, the 26 of Snyder, 1 lap down, and the 15 of Dave Hara. We see these two make pit stop this time by. Yes, they do. Everyone hard on the binders at the entry of pit roads. Hopefully no one gets caught speeding, because that will not be good. But the 3 lead cars who have all yet to pit make their way down pit road into their pit boxes. I'm sure it's just going to be full tank of gas and go. Snyder back underway, Travis back underway, Dave back underway. They all head for pit exit, across the timing line and get back up, start getting back up to speed. As I say that, here comes the pack out of turn number 4. Kyle Purcell moves away of the flying the second group that pitted. So turns 1 and 2 now, those guys will go to the lead here on lap number 62. Purcell, Bledsoe, Thomas, Riley Hughes, and Greg Barnett leading the way here in this 5-car breakaway as we get towards the end part of stage number 2. Working lap 62, caution will be displayed at the completion of the 72nd lap. You're watching the Willow Creek Market Garden 300 from the Talladega Superspeedway on the SimWorld Racing Network. My name is Nathan Christensen, voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. And we are just past halfway here in this one as we look to exciting conclusion through the last 150 odd miles. But up front, Kyle Purcell continues to lead the way here after everyone has made their pit stops. So that is a good set of pit stops in my eyes. A couple guys, a couple cars 1 lap down, 1 car 2 laps down. We got Dave Lofano, Chad Snyder, and Tyler Nelson all off the lead lap. Looks like Larry Garnes is also going to lose a lap as he is back onto pit road. As we can see, there is the lead pack, and we will jump to the first car in the second group as they are just entering the trioval now. So 2.9 seconds is the difference. The first group over the second group here, being led by the three of Greg Robinson. You have himself, you have James Nelson, Larry Stubblefield, Mike Kurtz, and in that group being followed by the 8 of Dave Lorfano, who is 1 lap down. And then the next group of cars, that last group to pit, is Dave Hara, Travis Rodriguez, and Chad Snyder, also 1 lap down, unfortunately, at this point of the race. They worked their way off of turn 4 back through the trial road. And then behind them, a fourth group, I guess, of cars is the 54 and the 12, running in 12th and 13th. And then a little further back, the tail end of the lead lap cars, the cars that all pitted first. You got the 85, Tyler Nelson, the 27 of Harris, the 5 of Michael Boone, and the 25 of Josh Hetrick back there. So, after an early race caution at about lap number 9, we have stayed clean and green through the first stage and into the second stage. Here's the lead pack back up front. You got 5 cars pulled away. About a gap of 3 seconds over the second group. Kyle Purcell continues to lead the way in his 0-1. Mountain Dew Kickstart Toyota over the 42 of Alan Bledsoe, the 28 of Kelly Thomas, the 91 of Riley Hoots, and Greg Barnett in the 38. Take a quick look here at the weather on the right hand side of your screen. Not much has changed. 79 degrees Fahrenheit, a 43% humidity, 91 degrees for track temperature. So some pretty similar stats to what we saw earlier in the race. Continuing on here as we work on lap number 67. The 42 and the 2891-38 behind him. Still being led by the 75 of Nelson, 82 of Stubblefield, 4 of Birds, and the 8 of Dave Lorfano. Again, Lorfano unfortunately 1 lap down at this point. In the third group, Dave Hara, Travis Rodriguez, both on the lead lap. Chad Snyder running 1 lap down also, as he is in the 18th position. Carolina cars behind. Kyle Purcell as he leads the way back down through the trioval. You can see that second group off back in the distance. But it's continuing to be Kyle Purcell leading the way as we take a look on board in the Gamer 2 Elite onboard camera. Onboard is 42. We'll take a lap here. We'll take a view of 42 from the cockpit as he works his way down to turn number 3. Kelly Thomas. Here he is in the number 28 Haviland machine. Holding a steady wheel, and then Riley Hoots in the 91 Dr. Pepper Cherry machine. Greg Barnett holding on to 5th in his number 38 Speed Society machine. And back here in the front of the second group, James Nelson continues to lead the way. View at the front of the roof of the Nelson 75. The cars up there in front of him are the lead group. We're on board James Nelson is riding on his roof, looking out at the field in front of him. He worked lap number 70, getting close to the end of stage number 2. A couple laps to go. They should be closing pit road here momentarily. Big bump by his double field there as we make the switch to gamer 2 the leads. Spoiler king. Working on lap number 71. Pit road is closed for the completion of stage number 2. Right now, Dave Lofano sitting in the lucky dog spot right there in the 4th car in line. It is number 8 running in 16th position. Up front, though, it still continues to be Kyle Purcell in the 01, the 42 of Alan Bledsoe, the 28 of Kelly Thomas, the 91 of Riley Hoots, and the 38 of Greg Barnett. This time across the line, the completion of lap 71. Next time, we forget the green and white checkered flag will be displayed next time out of turn number 4 for the leader of the race, as we continue with these 4 cars running nose to tail up front. Now we got a move by the 42, 28, 90 run around the outside of the 01, looking to score maximum stage points this time out of turn number 4. Alan Bledsoe with the push, but the 91 drops down to the bottom to try to make a move on him. Score the win, but no, stage win will go to the number 42 machine. As the caution should come up momentarily. There it is. Caution is out at the completion of stage number 2 on lap 70. Yeah, the completion lap 72 stage win goes to the 42 of Alan Bledsoe, the 91 of Hoots in second. Thomas was second. We'll let this sort itself out, and we'll kind of give you a recap here before we open the pits of the running results of that stage. One thing to know is they'll have to catch back up to the caution car as it will pick them up probably off the exit of turn 2 down the back straightaway. So we're going to step away for a quick second while the field gets caught up and pit stops are completed. We'll be right back at you for the completion of the Willow Creek Market Garden 3. Welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway. You are watching the SimWorld Racing Network. My name is Nathan Christensen, the voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. This is race number 10 of the 2024 season, the Willow Creek Market Garden 300. As you can see there, pit stops have started and look to be complete for the first few cars. There's a good race off of pit road there, as they will regroup and join the back of the pace truck there as the pace truck works through turns 1 and 2. As we sit on the inside of turn number 1. There's the caution truck. He will pick up the 42 of Bledsoe, the 91 of Hoots, the 28 of Thomas, the 01 of Purcell, the 38, the 75, and the 27, all catching up to the back of the caution car. Lucky dog that time on that caution. Only the third caution of the race is the number 8, Dave Fano from Poland, Maine, and his number 8 Toyota. He will be the lucky dog and get back on the lead lap for this restart here as we work our way through turns 3 for the leader again, Alan Bledsoe. After those set of pit stops, the field will reset itself and we'll give you a better idea of the running order as we work towards the completion here of, this will be the completion of lap 74. This time out of turn number 4. Well, for those of you who weren't with us earlier, we'll give you a quick breakdown of the point standings and how they sit coming into this one. It was Larry Stubblefield leading the way with 417 points over his closest competitor, Brennan Mathia, 35 points down, but unfortunately unable to join us here for tonight's event. Dave Harris hit in third spot, 77 points out of the lead. Then we had Alan Bledsoe with 79, and then Mike Kurds and Dave Lerfano both tied with 93 points in 5th spot, 324 points total. Coming into this one, there you see Kenneth Peck in 7th, James Nelson 8th, Travis Rodriguez 9th, and Curtis S. round out the top 10 in points. And in our other sister league, we'll show you the points after their race last week, the QFRL, sorry, spelt wrong on the screen. We'll get that fixed for next week. But their points look like this. They have a tie at the top of their points with Larry Stubblefield and Curtis S. leading the way with 227. Right behind him, Eric Thornton in the number 88. James Nelson and Zoltan Nagy round out the top 5 in that league. But back here at Talladega, we will reset the field for a restart, the third caution of the event. Only 2 stage cautions and 1 incident caution so far in this one. On lap number 9, the caution was brought out for a 4-car incident involving the number 91 and 42 here. We'll take a quick look at the race incident that brought out the caution earlier in the race. This was on lap number 9. Just a bad push by the 42. Lap 91 all shaping up the fence, collecting the 20 and the 26 with him. But those 2 cars were able to use their faster pairs, and they are back in front of the field as we get set to come back to green, this time out of turn number 4 here from Talladega. Riley Hoots and Alan Bledsoe on the front row, Kelly Thomas, James Nelson, Larry Stubblefield, Josh Hetricks, Travis Rodriguez, Dave Hara, Curtis S., Cameron Harris is how they'll take the green. As they work their way back into the Geico restart zone, through the trioval they come. Slowly but surely, they hit the restart zone.
Green flag, green flag,
Green is
green flag.
back out, and we are back underway. Bledsoe from his outside starting position, able to get the jump in front of the 91, who lets him down, and now let the pushing and shoving begin. Working lap 77 to 113 here, as they work down the back straightaway. Only 37 laps to go in this one, so the wick is going to get lit, and the excitement hopefully should pick up here over the last 30 plus laps, as we should see some good battling going on as we start to get a second row developing. As I say that, the 25 of Hetrix, the 15 of Hera, and the 27 Cam Harris, who is unfortunately one lap down after having to make a second green flag pit stop during stage number 2. Looks to have a good amount of momentum as they clear that inside row. Now Hera and Hetrick move to the inside, and kind of can high and dry the third car on the outside. Now looks like Hoots, Bledsoe, and Kelly make a move to the outside. They're going to see if they can make a move as they cross the start finish line quickly. 7 and 8 as they work their way around the outside with 2 right up front. It's Bledsoe and Hoots on the outside with Kelly's helping, and 25 of Hetrix and the 15 of Hera on the inside. Harris up there in his 27, battling to see if he can get his lap back, just like 26 here, trying to do it the hard way, go around the field. While under green, not having much luck though, as he is falling back on that inside lane as the outside has the momentum and the more number of cars. But now Rodriguez jumps down to the bottom lane, bringing Chad Snyder with him. Chad still one lap down, he's not one lap down, and flexing his muscle back up into the top 10. His 2-time Superspeedway plate track winner this year, Dave Lafano, picked up the win at both Daytona and Atlanta in weeks 1 and 2 of the 2024 season. Looks like we got a little bit of a QFRL versus AARL battle. AARL on the inside lane, QFRL on the outside lane. As they work their way through 3 and 4. A lot of momentum now on the bottom. Looks like Dave Lafano able to get a good push from the 79 right out in front of the 42. But can he hold it through the tri-oval and complete this lap and lead his first lap of the event? And Dave Lafano, leader that time across the line. Good pushes up front, keeping these front 2 cars side by side. Oh no, we got trouble. Another bad push from the 91. Throws the 42 down to the bottom lane, and now he's getting pushed back up the track by the 8. That was an impressive save there by that number 91. Or sorry, that 42 car. That had disaster written all over it. Sideways across the front of the complete inside row, and no one was significantly affected. It's a great save by the 42 on a bad push by the 91. Now 2 cars dropped from the outside to the inside row. That's the Gregory Robinson 3, and the 54 of Curtis S as they look now to make that bottom line move to the front. Of 113 in the Willow Creek Market Garden 300, presented by Willow Creek Market Garden and Or Lawn Care Products. Turn 4, we got a bit of a 4 rows deep, 5 rows deep, side by side. They work their way off the corner. Still that bottom line using the momentum. outside, gets a good push, and gets back to the lead, but don't count out the bottom there. The 3 cars. 54, 98, working in tight formation around the bottom, trying to get the advantage. Obviously, through the corners, the shorter way is the quickest way around, and they're able to make up the ground back up on that outside rope. And now the 91 gets shuffled out of line. He's going to do the top line all by himself as they force to the Courage doesn't want to go left in the middle there. He makes a smart decision, pulls back up in front of the 25 as they're side by side with the 3 and the 54. The 42 now out front, getting helped by not his teammate in the 91, but the 15 and Dave Hare doing the pushing. Josh Hetrick's going to get stuck in the middle. He's going to get swallowed up by the 28, the 91, and the 27. Now for Tim a little help. But now the 28's the odd man car out. He was flashing and pumped out of line. That's going to put 3 cars there. But now the 91 goes back to the top in front of the 28. But up front, it's the 42, 15, 41, 54 leading the way here on lap number 84, 29 laps to go here from Talladega. Now, single file, nose to tail. Looks like the 91, after getting rooted out of the way by the 15s, dropped all the way back. He's now running in 14th, and from 2nd to 14th, just like that. Now we have a move for the lead. 15 uses the draft and the 41's help. Gets a push from the 3 now. They all go around the outside of him. And we have, outside the 42, that is, and we have new leader back up front, Dave Hare, in his number 15 SimWorld Racing Network Chevrolet Monte Carlo, no, Chevrolet Camaro, Hillbilly Motorsports, and a big push from the 41. Now we got the outside lane coming again. Larry Stubblefield in the 82. Greg Barnett in the 38, Cam Harris, and James Nelson working in that top row as they work down across the start-finish line. This last Stubblefield this time. Oh, man, we got cars around. Big trouble, big trouble. Caution is out. Lots of cars involved in this one. Let's see here. A lot of cars involved in this one. We'll have to sort this one out here in a second here. Big pushes led to big trouble here, as we'll take a look at the replay of this one. We'll go back here and take a look here. A big off-center push by the 38 led to catastrophe behind him. The first 2 that started the incident were able to drive away, and no one else was behind them. So let's take a look from a different view from a different perspective. Let's see if we can find the Cam Harris. Watch the Cam Harris machine here. And this chain actually gets spun by the 75. Nowhere to check up, and then everyone else just piles in behind him. Man, oh man. Almost able to sneak by there. Let's see if we can take a ride on board the 26 car. Total chaos as they try to get through there. Okay, let's see who else. Lots of contact all over. A lot of guys involved in that one. A lot of cars on pit road. Here's a view inside from the 15. It's turned hard on the outside wall. Yeah, nowhere to go. Let's see if we can ride it with. Let's go back and ride with Chad from inside as well. So he sees those cars, just bumps him back up into the side of the tube. For the most part, able to make it through without too much damage, I think. He's on pit road sitting. I'm sure he's getting some work done. So we'll see here how the field stacks and re-racks after that one. Definitely some cars will be off the lead lap. Looks like cars like Dave Hare, Chad Snyder, Larry Garnes, Riley Hoots, all 2 laps down to the leader from what I can see, but we'll let it sort itself out. And we'll see how it works out. A lot of cars still on pit road. You can see there the Bledsoe 42, the Kurdzolek 41, Hoots, Garn, Snyder, Nelson, Hara, all those cars on pit road. So it looks like it's going to be Larry Stubblefield leading the way over Greg Barnett, Curtis S., Mike Boone, Kelly Thomas, Travis Rodriguez, Kyle Purcell, Josh Hendricks, James Nelson, and then Robinson is all the cars. Looks like they're going to come back down pit road one more time to top that tank up with as much fuel as they can get in it, because I think we are going to see the run to the checkered here. If everything goes well, they shouldn't have to stop again. The lights on the pace car are out, meaning we are going to go back to green flag racing next time they get to the line, and I think it will be Stubblefield who does lead them back to the line for the restart. There'll probably only be one row on the inside though, because everyone hit it again. We all knew the aggression would show up at some point. It's here, lap 85, roughly it showed up, and we have our 4th caution of the event, 2nd for an incident only. So caution lights are out on the truck, the pace truck. We are getting single files. Like I said, it's probably going to only be one row of cars because of the late pit stops. They work their way down into turn 3 and 4. We'll see here your running order there on the left hand side of the screen. So it looks like it's going to be Stubblefield, Barnett, Curtis S., Kyle Purcell, Travis Rodriguez, Kelly Thomas, James Nelson, Tyrone Yo, Mike Boone, Greg Robinson, Alan Bledsoe, Josh Hendricks, Michael Kearns, Dave Lerfano, and Larry Garnes, your lead lap cars. 27 of Cam Harris, 85 of Tyler Nelson, 1 lap down each respectively, 2 laps down for the 15 of Hare and the 26 of Snyder, and Riley Hoots in the pits still currently.
Green flag.
Green is back out, and we are racing here. 23 laps to go from Talladega. This time across the line, Larry Stubblefield is your leader, and he will pull away with that lead. Behind him, getting in line in second, is the 38 of Greg Barnett. So it's 23 laps to go. This time out of turn number 4, the field still. Mostly single file up front. That's Butterfield, Barnett, Bledsoe, 1, 2, 3, leading the way. See a second line starting to form on the outside, a little further back, being led by the 5 of Boone and the 75 of Nelson. In the second group, got some help. Looks like it's from Tyrone Yo and the 85 of Tyler Nelson. Well, back up front continues to be the 82-38 combination on the front, but don't say that too soon. It's your coming to 5 and the 75 across the line. Side by side down into turn 1, 21 laps to go. You got yourself a new leader. Great teamwork off of turn number 2. Gets the 5 and the 75 down to the bottom lane, leaving the 2 and the 785 on the outside. So worked their way down to turns number 3. Here come the 2 still working that outside groove, getting help from Dave Hara and his 15 and the number 3, Greg Robinson, the number 41 of Michael Kurtz. But no luck so far, as the fast car right now out front is the 5 Boone Machine, leading the way as we come to 20 laps to go. But as I say that, the number 2 gets a good shove from the 15 to the up to second and maybe to the top of the leaderboard as they go into turn number 1. Top line spins strong all afternoon on the straightaways, but the bottom line seems to have the dominant speed and line on the straightaways. Now Tyrone Hill goes down at the bottom of the Boone 5 and see open up that outside group. Keep in mind the 15 O'Hara running as the first car on the outside row. He is currently 2 laps down after that incident there on the last caution. He drops down to the inside groove right now. But now it's Tyrone Yo leading the way late here in the Willow Creek Market Car in 300 from Talladega. That number 3 car on the outside, Greg Robinson, having some good speed here, getting help from the 41 and the 27. Looks to make his way door to door with the 2, able to get a good push off of turn number 3, turn number 2, and takes over the top spot this time down into turn number 3. Are they going to close that door on Tyrone? Yes, they are. The 41 and 3 jump to the bottom in front of the 2 car, leaving the 27, the 85 outside row. Both cars, let's see here. Yes, both cars, 1 lap down the 27.85. 18 laps to go that time across the line. Continues to be the 3 car on the inside lane. Greg Robinson leading the way over the 41, but the 79 now. The 3rd car back in the outside row. The white car with the yellow numbers looking to get his name to the top of the scoring pile line. Just like that, a good push off the 4. Travis Rodriguez jumps up into that first position. But he's going to get held out, left to dry by the 85, 75, and the 54 as they work their way through turn 3 and 4. Now James Nelson will go to the top of the scoring pylon, pushing his son Tyler, who's back on the lead lap, being in front of his dad at this point, followed by the 54 now on the inside as they work their way across the line. 17 to go. On board the roof camera, the 79 of Rodriguez. Good bump to the back of the whoa! Great save by the 27 of Cam Harris. A big shove by the 79 got him way out of shape off of turn number 2, but able to hold on. And that outside line definitely lost some ground, but still going to try to make it back up on the entry to corner number 3. No luck so far. That bottom line continues to be the quick way around through the corners. They're going here for the 79 at 27 off of turn 4. See if they can get even with the number 2 car up there. Not able to do it quite yet as they make a good push. Now here as they come back down across the line. Continues to be the 75 leading the way over the 54. But now the 27. Another big shove from the 79 will push them up side by side. Now it's 75 and the 79 door to door. Those are the 2 cars going for the lead as the other 2 cars are 1 lap down. Work their way down into turn number 3. Still the top side momentum down the straightaway, but now the bottom making a surge back in through the corners. Travis Rodriguez leads the way, being pushed by the 42 and the 15. The 85 of Tyler Nelson being pushed by his dad, 75, James Nelson, 54. Curtis S. and Michael Kurds on the 41 on that inside row, but we got him out of shape. They're wrecking. 15 and 42 get together, and calamity ensues once again with 15 laps to go. We are back under caution from Talladega. Let's see, good luck here. I think just another questionable push happened. Pushed on the inside of that bumper, and away they went. So it's gonna happen when you make a push on that side of the car. Seems to be no one's able to hold on to it. So that's the view from the 15 car. They're going to take it over here as the 42. That's a big bump. Too far to the left. Those guys just make contact with the 82, and those 2 guys don't collect anyone else. But it looks like a little further up the track than as the 3 and the 41 get together, and they go hard into the outside wall. 82 gets a piece of that, but for the most part able to avoid it. Let's see what happened. They're further back in the pack. These guys are going to whoa up big time to avoid this mess. So looks like 5 or 6 cars involved in that one. Everyone's able to continue, though, for the most part. Guys down on the infield doing donuts, trying to get their cars straightened out. Let's this is the what's in big push gets them out of shape, and then it's on like Donkey Kong, as you'd say. Lots of carnage from that one. Guys will come down pit road to the attention of their pit crews, see if they can get sheet metal pulled away, and see if we can get back underway here momentarily as come across the line this time. Should be about 13 laps to go. Race leader is the 79 of Travis Juggles Rodriguez. There looks like Chad Snyder will be able to score a lucky dog on that caution, get himself back on the back on the lead lap, and I wouldn't count him out then, that's for sure. So it looks like up front you're going to have Travis Rodriguez, the leader, James Nelson, the 75, in second, 25 of Josh Hetrick's in third. Fourth, just coming off of pit road, the Boone, number 5, Boone Motorsports Machine, and then Curtis S. in his number 54, the 01 Mountain Kickstart Toyota of Kyle Purcell, Greg Barnett in that 38, and then Dave Lorfano, and Kelly Thomas, Larry Stubblefield, Michael Kurds, and Tyrone Yo will be the top 12. looks like the 85 of Tyler Nelson able to get his lap back, so he is back on the lead lap. Looks like Larry Garnes is back on the lead lap, and I believe, oh no, Chad Snyder was 1 lap down, so, or 2 laps down, so he gets one of his laps back. But 14 cars on the lead lap. You have Bledsoe still on pit road, Riley Hoot still on pit road from his earlier incident, Dave Hara 2 laps down, Greg Robinson is out of this event, and then Chad Snyder, Cam Harris, both 1 lap down. So we take our attention back up to the front. Travis Rodriguez will be the leader on this restart as they cross the line, and the caution lights on. The pace truck go out, meaning we are going to have ourselves a restart next time out of turn number 4. Will we get another first-time winner this season? You can see the guys there on the scoring pile, and anyone with their name highlighted in red have won earlier this year. We have Kelly Thomas picking up the victory at Phoenix. Dave Lurfano, as I mentioned, picking up the 2 Speedway victories, Superspeedway victories at Daytona and Atlanta. And then Larry Stubblefield picked up his 3rd win last week at Texas. So those 3 guys are the 3 winners that are locked into the playoffs. Kyle Purcell also won an event earlier this year at COTA. Unfortunately not quite eligible for a win in your in playoff spot based on missing a few races. So hopefully he can get back into playoff contention with a few more starts, getting his start percentage back up to the required 70% to be able to use that when you're in guaranteed playoff starting spot. But for now, we have 4 race winners on track. Brandon Mathia, the other race winner, he's won twice. He's not with us tonight. So, looking to add a 6th name to that list. Lots of good cars still on the lead lap. You got guys like Rodriguez. You got James Nelson, who's been in it every week. You got Josh Hetricks. Mike Boone's put up a good battle. He's looking for a good run here tonight. We got Curtis S., Greg Barnett. All those guys could win this one here as we come back to the restart zone. We're going to have 11 laps to go this time across the line as we look to finish this one strong. Hopefully we can make it to the end as the field rolls through the restart zone. Looking for the green. Green flag is out, and we are racing again at Talladega. Big push on the back of the 79 by the 25 of Hetricks. Get them some speed going on the bottom. But now Michael Boone able to jump up to the second lane to try to get a push on the back of that 75. 2 by 2. 4, 5 rows deep. This time off of turn number 2. Looks like the 75's got the momentum. He might be able to have the leading spot as they head down the back straightaway. The bottom line definitely didn't get up to speed as well as the top. Into turn 3. Watch to see if the bottom line can make up some ground. 3 Toyotas running 1, 2, 3 there on the bottom. A Ford and a bunch of Chevrolets. And 2 Chevrolets and a Toyota on the top line, but the top line has the momentum and they move all the way down to the bottom to cut off that bottom line. The 38 drops down there too. That was a late move for sure. But now the leader is the 75 of James Nelson as we come to 10 laps to go. Big push out of the 5, Blue Machine out of turn number 2. That gets the 75 out of the lead, but look at that outside row. Don't count out those guys up there. The 82 of Stubblefield, the 28 of Thomas Kelly. 2 of our 5 winners this year. We can pay while the sun shines on the outside. Getting help from Mike Kurds in the 41 and Cam Harris in the 27. Back down to the triangle, single digits, 9 laps to go. The 82 right down to the bottom, cutting off that 75's line as he will lead this lap, but the 28's got a good push from the 27 on the right side. Down through turns 3 and 4. or sorry, 1 and 2. It's the 82 leading the way over the 75. Oh my, wrong button. Down through turn 3 and 4. Still the 75, the 5, and the 82 all on the inside row up front. 85 of Tyler Nelson making his season debut run in the All-American Race League, holding on to 4th, 5th, dropping back to maybe 6th now. 28 closes the door, down to the bottom. He's going to cut off the 85, but we got a 3-car kind of mini breakaway up front with the 82, 75, and 5. Too wide, a little further back as they battle it out. The 27, 41, the 38, and the 79, but up front it's continuing to be Larry Stubblefield and his number 82 machine looking down the back straightaway. Barnett right up to the outside wall. He's looking to make a move around the 45. 45 though drops down to the 54. Sorry, drops down to the bottom, and the 838 gets hung on the outside. Turn number 4 through the trial one more time. Here we go. 82, 75, 5, 28. Your leaders. The question is, can he make a move to get up to the front, and when's the best time to do it? But we got a second line development being led by the 85 of Tyler Nelson. Side by side for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th through turns 3 and 4. See if that top side momentum can carry them through the tri-oval. Always the quickest on the straightaway. Whoa! Wrecking out of turn 4. Maybe not. Green flag is still out. The 85 of Nelson though got a big push and got spun around. He is still headed in the right direction. Unfortunately, he is missing the front bumper. Back up front. Stubblefield continues to lead James Nelson. And Michael Boone in the 5. 28 of Kelly, 01 of Purcell, 54 of Curtis S. Not a lot going on quite yet up front, but trying to get a second line going here. The 54 being pushed by the 79 and the 25. A line of Toyotas rocking the outside. Now Boone. Oh, out of line, makes contact with the 28. 28 will slide through the infield. Didn't hit the inside wall, able to regain his on-track position. But that was probably because of his blinking. The 28's been blinking all race, and it probably cost him there. Side by side, nose to tail, 4 rows deep as they work into turn number 3. Who's going to prevail through the corner? It's probably going to be the bottom line. Oh, we got him around. 54 goes around, up into the 0-1. Gets into... Oh, they're still wrecking through the infield. So it looks like the 38. So 54. Got too far to the inside of the 79's bumper, and then the spinning started. So we'll take a look on board from number 54. Here's the view from the 79. Just got out of line on the bumper, and then back across. Those guys weren't flying through the infield. 79 able to keep it pointed in the right direction, but the original contact with himself and the 54 is what caused this crash. They just get together, touch bumpers, a little off center is enough to send the 54 out of control. Take a look here from the 01's perspective. Boom. And then we'll watch the 25 and the 5 because they went for a second kind of ride through the infield. Everyone thought they were clear, but come back down across. Come to a rest there. So. Caution laps flag is out. We might be getting ourselves set up for a green, white, checkered finish. Because the lights of the pace car are still on. Cam Harris will get the wave around right there. But we are going to come back around and get the white flag with two laps to go in the official distance, which means we are going to have some overtime for you. So when we get set to go, the lineup will look like this. Larry Stubblefield, James Nelson, Travis Rodriguez, Michael Boone, Tyrone Yo, Kelly Thomas, Greg Barnett, Dave Lorfano, Larry Garnes, Kyle Purcell, Curtis S., Tyler Nelson, Michael Kurtz, and Lucky Dog recipient Cam Harris will be on the lead lap. 14 cars on the lead lap to be exact. You can see there on the left-hand side of your screen. 6 caution of the event, 2 cautions for stage breaks, 4 cautions for incidents, as we have 3 laps to go on track now. When we get back to racing, should be a green, white, checkered finish for this one from Talladega. Yellow flag has been brought in. White flag displayed to the field. Doubling up here with the leader, 82, Larry Stubblefield to the inside, 875, auto serve forward to the outside. It will be your front row. We'll come back around to the green and white flag at the same time, as we will have a green, white, checkered finish. We have a little bit of AARL overtime. I'm hopeful we can get it done in one shot. They've had a pretty good race so far. We'll see if we can continue that and bring it home. All these cars make it home in one piece here over the next 2 laps. Great race up until this point. No one has really dominated, I would say. A lot of different leaders so far tonight has made the racing really exciting. We rode around single file for a good majority of the first half of the race, just clicking off laps. And then things got serious. Tension got ratcheted up. Fuse got lit. And we've got to this point now, and we're almost ready to finish it up. Turn 3 and 4. It's going to be Stubblefield and Nelson, Rodriguez and Boone, Yo and Thomas, Barnett and Lorfano, Garnes and Purcell, Curtis S. and Mike Kurtz, Tyler Nelson, Alan Bledsoe, Josh Hetrick, Cam Harris all on the lead lap. 16 cars on the lead lap. Any one of them has a chance to win it if the cards go their way. But the pace truck down to the infield. That means we are putting the field in the hands of the control car, the 82 of Larry Stubblefield. Field rolls through the Geico restart zone.
Green flag.
Green flag is out, and we are racing finally again at Talladega. 2 laps to go. This time as the field works their way down into turn number 1. There's Stubblefield holds the lead over the 75, the 5 in third, trying to block both lanes. He chooses the bottom. Big push from the 75 off of turn number 2, gets that inside Grove moment, but here comes the outside line. Kelly Thomas, Dave Lafano, Kyle Purcell on the outside, pushing hard, see if they can catch up to these guys up front. Now Mike Boone shifts lanes. He'll jump up to the outside, but the 28 and the 8 go right around him. The 0-1 stays in the middle to drive the 5. Not able to get that done. This time off of turn number 4. It's still the 82. Now it's the 82, 75, 79. Tyrone Yo up in third. White flag is in the air. Next flag will finish it if they can make it across. Last lap from Talladega in the Willow Creek Market Garden 300. If they wreck here and the caution comes out, this one's over. Back through turn 1 and 2. It's the 82 of Stubblefield, the 75 of Nelson, the 79 of Rodriguez. Makes the move to the outside. Nelson makes the move. Gets help from Tyrone Yo as he pushes him out there and down the back straightaway. 2 Fords on the outside, a Chevy and a Toyota on the inside. Down the back straightaway. Side by side into turn number 3. Larry Stubblefield gets the run through the corner with the help of the 79 of Rodriguez and the 38 of Greg Barnett. The second row falls back. Now Travis jumps to the outside of the 82, making a run down the front straightaway. Here they come, back around to the start-finish line. Who's going to have it? Can the streak be broken? Can Travis Rodriguez hold on to pick up his first win? Out of turn number 4, down across the line. Travis Rodriguez picks up his first AARL Cup Series victory. At the line, they wreck. Second place, it shows Larry Stubblefield. Third goes to Mike Kurtz, but the big winner and picking up his first Cup Series win, the 79 Toyota of Travis Juggles Rodriguez. That's a big win for the 79 car. Got his first truck win earlier this year, his first ever AARL win in any series, and then tonight picks up the big Cup win at Talladega. Congrats to him. What a race there at the end. Made the move off of turn 4 and made it stick. Almost spun out coming to the line, but he held on to it and made it back to the checker to take that win. So shout out to Travis. We'll see if we can get a word with them here in a minute, but that was a great finish from a well-run race by everyone. So we're going to take a second here to see if we can get some interviews for you guys. We'll hook up with the top 3 once we can get them here. Just give me 1 second. Hey Mike, it's Nathan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, it looks like you finished third in this one. Got pretty close there at the end. You had a good run going, but just not able to climb to the top of the scoreboard. But third is still pretty good, I think.
I'll take a podium, and I got to thank Curtis for staying with me on the outside, and it almost worked out.
That's all right. Who else do you want to thank? Anyone else you want to thank for helping you out tonight?
I just want to appreciate everybody for a good race, and I want to appreciate you and the sponsors.
All right. Thanks very much, Mike. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you hopefully again next week after the next event.
Yes, sir.
All right. That was Michael Kurds, third place finisher tonight. We're going to see if we can now find our second place runner-up, Larry Stubblefield, coming home second tonight. Let's see here. Hey Larry, it's Nathan up in the booth. How are you?
Pretty good.
Second place tonight. Second place tonight. Had a strong finish there. Just lost by a couple of feet. Still a good run for you.
Yeah, that's the leader's not where you want to be coming out of 4 at these kind of places. But we ran around the back most of the night trying to stay out of trouble and got in a little bit, but I'm not upset about second place. That's good for points.
Definitely a helpful night with points, and unfortunately Brendan not able to join us, so that should help even more. But congrats on the second place, and we'll hopefully talk to you again next week.
Yep, thanks. Congratulations to Juggles. Did a good job.
All right, thanks, Larry.
We're good.
Okay, that was second place finisher Larry Stubblefield, and now we will see if we can get a word with tonight's winner, Travis Rodriguez. Hey Travis, it's Nathan in the booth. You got a copy?
All right.
Hello Travis, you got a copy?
Oh yeah, buddy.
Congrats. First off, I want to say congrats on the big win here tonight. Get that Cup Series monkey off your back after you won there in the trucks a few weeks ago. How does that feel?
Oh, dude, that was restful. I mistimed the run by maybe 1 to 5%, and if I didn't take that bit of a touch from James, I'm not getting that. Oh man, I'm shaking a little bit. Not even gonna lie.
Well, it made for a good finish to the race. You were in the right spot there, coming off of turn 4. Just the timing all worked out. Then you got a little bit of a bump there from James, which sent you back across the front of Larry, which I thought was not going to work out, but it ended up helping you get that victory.
Oh, buddy, I thought I lost the car. James, we're in the middle of at the very end. He's like, I thought he was wrecked. I thought I was wrecked. Oh man, I don't know how I kept that underneath me, but I'll take it.
Well, like I said, congrats on the big first win. Anyone you want to thank for helping you out?
Oh, I don't know right now. I have no idea at the moment. Just these guys for sort of letting me stick around, I guess, as far as an AARL and getting these races in. This has been a good group to race with, and to finally get the Cup Series race win is nice.
All right, thanks a lot, Truggles. Hopefully, we'll get to keep talking to you throughout the rest of the year up here in the booth, and good luck next week.
Yeah, buddy, thank you.
That was race winner and first time Cup Series winner Travis Rodriguez picking up the victory here from Talladega. You could tell by the excitement in his voice how relieved he is to get that win, and just how much it means to win one of these races against a field that is pretty tight from top to bottom. Lots of different guys can win it every week out, but first time winner Travis Rodriguez. Props to him for holding on there and bringing it home in one piece. Let's see if we can find the results for tonight's race. We'll get them up here on the screen for you. Like I said, Travis Rodriguez picking up the win narrowly over Larry Stubblefield in the 82 and Michael Kurtz in third. James Nelson held on to fourth spot. Top 3 finishers all under a tenth of a second across the line difference between them. Curtis S. in the 54. Greg Barnett comes home in 6th. Tyrone Yo, strong finish for Tyrone. Always good at the restrictor plate tracks. And is number 2, finishing 7th. Larry Garnes bounces back from being a couple laps down early in the race to finish in 8th. Dave Lafano also a lap down early after the first stage. He is able to bounce back and score a 9th place finish. Kyle Purcell comes home in 10th. Kelly Thomas in his 28 Haviland machine comes home in 11th. Tyler Nelson in his first ever AARL Cup Series start comes home in 12th. Cameron Harris ran most of the race, also 1 lap down. He finishes on the lead lap in 13th. Alan Bledsoe, after leading an early portion of the race, finishes unfortunately tonight in 14th after being involved in a few late wrecks. Michael Boone brings that number 5 Boone Motorsports Chevrolet home in 15th. Josh Hetricks finishes on the lead lap in 16th here from Talladega. Chad Snyder, 1 lap down. Dave Hara, unfortunately involved in 2 late race accidents, bringing him home in 18th, 2 laps down. Rounding out the field, 16 laps off the pace was Gregory Robinson in the number 3, and then Riley Hoots, the number 91 car, finishing 20th, 28 laps down. So again, I just want to thank everyone for joining us here from Talladega for the Willow Creek Market Garden 300. Great race, great finish. We're going to take a quick look here at an upcoming schedule. It looks like next week on the 9th we have Dover to The 1 mile concrete high banked oval of Dover will be the next stop for race number 11 on the season. After that, we go to Kansas and then Darlington, and then we have the All-Star race from North Wilkesboro 4 weeks from tonight on the 30th of April. But for tonight, I want to thank you all for joining us here on the SimWorld Racing Network. We want to thank our race sponsor, Willow Creek Market Garden. Also, our other participating sponsors, GamerTube Elite, QFRL, Holio Cornhole Bags and Boards, Night Owl Sews, Blues Race Design, and of course, Or Lawn Care for helping us put this together and bring you the racing every Tuesday night. My name is Nathan Christensen, voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series, and we will see you next Tuesday night from Dover.